goes to Code A.
Up here in the top right in the red, the Paralyze player, he is.
SK Telecom T1 Paralyze.
To the top left in teal.
Facer Innovation.
Very famous, big fan favorite of this group.
So many people pulling for this guy to come through.
They really want him to go up there, you know. If he does, then we get 2 Terrans in the round of 16 already.
Yeah.
Already on day 2, 100% Terran advance rate. So, on this map, Phoenix play not as good. There's not a lot of places to trap medevacs. There's a lot of escape paths. I mean, there are some places to, there's, you know, dead air to the south of the main base, but if you just send your medevac the opposite direction, you're going to have a little bit easier of a time. That's probably where you're going to go anyways, because that's where the natural is. So if you end up finding yourself losing control there to the north, or rather to the south of the Nexus, you've just taken the wrong path. Something weird has happened. You've gotten, you know, unlucky or something weird happened when somebody's chasing you. And as you might expect, Innovation is doing the exact same build as he was doing before.
Yeah, no need to change. I mean, it's a very strong build. It allows you to get that Reaper out early. You get the good scouting information. Allows you to get a fast command center behind that. All around pretty solid.
I mean, it's the go-to build in Heart of the Swarm since the beginning. Ever since the Tech Lab was removed from the barracks, because everyone loves to get a scout. Everybody loves to, or rather, the Tech Lab requirement was removed from Reapers.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves to get a scout. Everybody likes to know what's going on. Maybe you can get some kills if you're lucky, if your opponent messes up. It's a pretty high skill opener. It takes a lot of skill to actually maneuver that Reaper in, decide when you can stay, you know, how long you could stay in there, when you have to leave, things like that. So it's a solid opening all around, and one that I think is not going anywhere anytime soon. We have seen like a small resurgence of players going for a you know, just naked racks into CC, just gasless, but I still think not as good, because you just have a lack of information about what your opponent's doing. You don't threaten him, and if they see you have no Reaper, then the Mothership Core comes over, could do some harassment.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with you. I think this build is the build to do, and explains why everybody's doing it, you know?
Yeah.
So Engineering Bay pretty early here for Innovation. That's been helping him out really well in all these games. He gets really early upgrades, and that gets him ahead of the Protoss, who's able to use the Chrono Boost to get out their upgrades faster.
All right, hops in. Checks for proxies. Probe's going to come over here to the correct location now. Just missed by the Reaper. And we'll be able to see the CC, but will not be able to go into the main base this time because he scouted incorrectly. And what do you know? Stargate again.
Yeah. Probe does die here. What I'm really curious about, this is going to be in about 5 minutes, we'll find out. Is he going to just make an Oracle here and just stop at that? I mean, it worked for him in the last game. I feel like he played a bit passive and stayed back on a large amount of Colossi instead of focusing on any of those Phoenixes. Tried to keep up on those upgrades as well, and it worked out for him. Or does he go for that Phoenix style?
I don't know. I want to say he doesn't go Phoenixes, and because this map isn't like a map where you can really capitalize on Phoenixes as easily. It just goes Oracle into you know, into just that normal Colossus style, into Storms and whatnot eventually. So a scan here this time misses. The Reaper is dead, as we saw like his remains for just a second. So Reaper's dead. He's not able to get any more information here.
Concussive shells are up now, and he does have that one Marauder for this. So those Stalkers have to be careful. Can't get too far ahead of themselves.
Robotics on the way. Forge on the way. It is going to be, I think, that normal follow-up opening, although we have seen Phoenixes after this before.
Oh. Pretty much unscouted so far as this push out of Innovation.
Yeah. And he does have a turret up at home, so let's see how much damage this gets done, because most of his army obviously is not at home for this. He should be able to get a lot of kills here.
Yeah, he really should. Goes for the SCV building the buildings first, and he starts to go for some Marines here. Has to be careful. Some more have been built.
I didn't know he had those. Oh, that sentry is so critical right now. Without a force field there, he would have been in a lot more trouble, but actually he's still in some trouble here. Great force field there, actually, right between the Nexus and the Assimilator.
Yeah.
Actually a nice hold here. Lost some mining time, but not really any probes, and shut that down hard.
Yeah. What he lost was not really as much as Innovation lost to. He lost his whole army there. I mean, besides what he was making back at home, which is probably the same amount, but he did lose a lot of the incident there.
Well, armor started for these players at the exact same time here. Oracle's still looking for kills, hunting around. And, I mean, that phase of this game is essentially over. Worker count pretty competitive here for Innovation. He's only 6 down, so he's been hitting those really hard. A lot of extra chrono boost being used on upgrades, of course, for paralyze. And this box bay is coming up in just a second. So this downtime in the mid game.
Yeah. Again, we've talked about this. I mean, we've only had PVTs this entire day, so pretty similar games coming out here, guys. And again, just powering up here, getting those barracks up, getting the Marines to defend against this pesky little Oracle. Always in there, always in the main base. Trying to get whatever he can.
Takes its first hit point loss of 3.
Ooh.
Really careful dodging so far before this.
Yeah.
They'll lose no hit points. All right, drop coming in. Slowly but steadily is heading its way over. And he got the turret up this time, but the SCV's on the wrong side. Oh, you can get that SCV. There you go. There's 2 more hit points on the Oracle. Worth, man.
He could actually catch more of those SCVs coming up to try to make that 3rd base.
Yeah, if he only knew. Drop in the main now. 2 Marauders, mostly Marines. Way too many units. Has to leave. Pull out. And it does go actually coming over here.
Oh, that's so annoying.
He's so good at this. He did this last game as well. Just kill the worker. Building the turret. Leave. Second worker comes back. Kill him. Like when you like camp somebody's jungle in a MOBA game and then like they're just like, oh, you got me. And then you,
yeah.
You come back and like he's like, you still there?
Well, big army being made here in the middle of the map here for Innovation. But again, slowly the Colossi are coming out. Range is about halfway done as well. Blink on the way as well. Paralyze really favoring to get that out first. It's good against that drop harass and catching those Vikings a little bit later on in the game. Yeah. Second Forge on the way here. Wants to really focus on the upgrades this time as well.
This is true. I think we're really going to start seeing a game somewhat parallel to the previous one. See if Innovation can get any damage done this time with this attack. Stims. Another sand goes down. He's really checking. He really wants to commit here.
It's a lot of Colossi, man. It's already 3, and it's not that huge of a bio ball just yet. And as that gets pushed away, he just makes his 3rd base. Paralyze does.
Yeah. +2 armor started first, +2 attack just a second later, and it's actually like straight up at the exact same time as Innovation. However, there will be chrono boost usage possible to accelerate the growth of these upgrades. As you can see here, going for armor, and actually the chrono boost the attack as well. I want to see in Legacy, if anybody's, any designers are listening, I want to see on the production tab an icon that shows you when something's been being chrono boosted or not, like to the corner of it or something.
Yeah, that would be really useful actually. Allows us to just get a better idea of what the Protoss is focusing on.
Yeah, just at a glance, you don't have to be looking at his structures as an observer to know exactly what he's focusing on. The best way to tell, if you want to know, like if you keep a close eye on the probe count, it's like, why does he have so few probes? He didn't really lose any probes to any harassment. Why does Innovation have 60? It's because, you know, he didn't hit everything perfectly, but he was just focusing his chrono boost on other things. Like in this case, the upgrades, the Colossi. He has 4 Colossi out.
Yeah.
He does not chrono boost his probes all too often.
Not really. Also getting a later third compared to Innovation. And he's just fine doing that. He's got a really big army. And that's what he's focusing on more so in these games against Terran. Already now 4 Colossi out. A 5th one is halfway done. Charge and +2/+2 is on the way as well.
Innovation is so far down on army supply right now, I don't think he can make an engagement work. With all these Colossi out, he just doesn't have enough. He's making 4 Vikings at a time. He's getting ready. In fact, he could, with 3 Ghosts, move across the map, but he's adding those barracks again. I think he's just going to play for the longer game. He's not really, like, using these Lazy Boy pushes that I thought he was going to be using all night tonight.
Yeah, pretty interesting. He does always make the 3 Ghosts, but no follow-up with the SCVs.
Yeah. Forges have stopped for now. They actually got him ahead for a second because of those Chrono Boosts, but doesn't start 3-3. Templar Archives is almost done.
Yeah. Trying to get that Storm out rather than those early 3-3 upgrades.
Yeah.
Figuring, you know, with the double Forge, you will be able to get to at least 2-2 pretty fast, so you can spend that gas and that tech time on other stuff. But as I say that, it looks like he is Chrono Boosting those Forges, making +3/+3.
Units chase away the Stalkers. All the way back to the natural, they blink. Keeps scanning. He's like really not sure if he wants to engage. Again, the Protoss army is bigger. His worker count's smaller. That comes into play a little bit. And upgrades coming out now. A lot faster.
Yeah, that +3/+3 is going to be way ahead for Paralyze, actually. We don't see it started here for Innovation. And we got Chrono Boost here for Paralyze, so already about, you know, 1/5 done, 1/4 here for Paralyze, and nothing for Innovation. Just a lot of Ghosts. Vikings as well.
Well, Storm on the way. And that's going to ignore upgrades anyways.
Whoa.
Never been a more dead Oracle than that one.
Paid for it with a good Revelation, so.
Yeah, and he did get a lot of damage done. Delayed that command center several times, killed a lot of units in the main, even though it was scouted, you know, early on. All right, we're getting close to that 3-3 timing. I think you might actually try to attack with that. What are you doing, Colossus? Get over there. Go back to where you belong. You belong with the Protoss.
Yeah. Their Colossi friends. Don't feel left out just because you're late to the party.
And you don't have to dance like that to be cool.
Yeah, no one.
They will accept you regardless.
No one thinks that's cool anyway. It's kind of awkward.
It was a bit strange. Ooh, Storm is not ready yet, but does Innovation know this? Just trying to keep things slow, gonna poke.
This is going to line up perfectly for Paralyze, actually. Look at that.
Kills his own Marauders to make more Ghosts.
Yeah. It's going to line up perfectly for him. He's going to get Storm and +3. +3 is going to finish at the same time. And the 3-3 of Innovation is only halfway done. Paralyze choosing to take a 4th base, though. Passivity did work for him in game number 2, so why not just wait for Innovation to attack into him, I guess.
Yeah. There's just no reason for him to attack either, because he has a huge bank, assumedly better because of the damage to the CC and how fast his Nexus got up. He has the upgrade advantage for now for sure. And yeah, I mean, I guess that could be one reason why you might want to attack, but won't have to force it. Nexus doesn't get canceled here. That's a problem if you don't attack, but then also you fail to defend one of your important structures. That can be, you know, a bit annoying.
Yeah. On this map, on these positions, you know, you can really maneuver your army around this high ground. Colossi got to be careful on the positioning of those Vikings. It looks like Paralyze wants to come from behind here and fight this one.
All right, here we go. One volley goes off. He's actually able to almost one-shot these Colossi. That was a really nice pick-off there. And Observer's actually sent out here to replace it. You should get one because that Ghost army is about to have Cloak. Which means they can snipe, they can EMP, do whatever they want. Again, another volley goes down. These Colossi are solo, gets 2 more. Down to 4 now. Gets a Mothership Core.
Oh, man.
Just doesn't care, man. He's going to eat the Viking shots.
Positioning of Paralyze is not so good right now. Vikings getting some really nice shots on those Colossi, and they're not really hitting anything. They're not hitting the bulk. There's still a lot of bio left over here. Look at the supply plummet for Paralyze right now.
Really good engagement here, and it looks like Innovation has done it. Really got a strong lead here. He's got about triple the army supplies of paralyze, army supply of paralyze, and he's going to come over here and take out this 4th base before it's done. There's the cancel. Now he could do a big jump into the main. He could do whatever he wants. He could attack the 3rd. He could go into the heart. He could hit the natural.
Yeah. Unless we have some godlike storms that catch everything here, it's not looking good. They don't catch much. And Innovation wants to take this one. In the meantime, Paralyze, there's a 4th base. I don't think that's going to work.
It's an interesting location. It's one that hasn't been often traveled. That's why the observer's like sitting over there. He's like wondering, you know, are you going to actually walk over this base a lot? Maybe I can just get away with it. I don't think the answer is yes.
No, I don't think so.
More ghosts being added to the mix here, and ghosts actually in high numbers, just as QHC. He's one of the first people to make ghosts work in high numbers as an MVP as well. Ghosts in high numbers in this matchup, they do well against light units, and a lot of the units on the ground are light units, those zealots. They have snipe, they have EMP, they have those utility, and also they have a lot of hit points in general. I mean, they're expensive for a reason. So there are these units that will just do a lot for you. So the more you have, the better, generally speaking. About 20 to 25, I think is pretty good. Okay, EMP's going down, hits one of the sets of High Templar.
Oh, man.
And all these units are cloaked, and I don't think he has an observer nearby.
Not good storms there. Everything lives. He's trying to do whatever he can. The snipes are following up. The Vikings are on the tees. This 3rd base goes down, as well as all of those probes.
Well, he's just staying in the game because he wants to make it a round of 8. He wants to be in this, but this is going to be the game-ending blow here. He knows he's out. He's down for the count. He's on 100 supply. Stuck on 2 base here against a player who's got 4 mining bases plus extra CCs. And those zealots trying to funnel down a choke point against cloaked ghosts, marines, and marauders. I don't think so. Yeah. Storm goes down here. Great storm, but he just doesn't care quite, frankly. He has too much healing power.
Yep. He's down to 50 supply now. The ghosts doing way too much. GG is called. Innovation is going to the final match.
Now we are going to have all PvT today. Not a single PvP, not a single TvT. Just 5 PvTs.
Wow. That's crazy. That's
everyone's thinking we're going to have some mirror matches today, but it just did not happen. So we've gotten a really close, in-depth look at this matchup. We're going to be having it the same way tomorrow as well.
Yeah. If anyone watching the stream is having trouble with either matchup, PvP or PvT, you know, watch today. You have amazing examples to watch.
Well, feel bad for Paralyze. This is not his season. He had that comfort, that security of going to the round of 8 last season. Did not happen here, but he can help his team prepare and cheer them on for the finals of Pro League that'll be on Saturday. But Innovation, he's not out of it yet either. He's going to have to play against Myung-Shik in that final match, and we're going to have this after a 5-minute break.